virus so deadly, that even a single outbreak can terrify the entire world. Its name is Ebola. A disease feared for one horrifying reason. It doesn't just infect the body. It destroys it. But where did Ebola come from? Scientists believe the virus originally lived inside fruit bats deep within African forests. For centuries, it remained hidden in nature. Until 1976. Near a small river in Central Africa, called the Ebola River. People suddenly began dying from a terrifying unknown illness. The disease spread rapidly through villages and hospitals. Contaminated medical equipment accelerated the outbreak. And the virus was unbelievably aggressive. Ebola attacks blood vessels, organs, and the immune system itself. In severe cases, victims begin bleeding internally and externally. The fatality rate shocked scientists. Some outbreaks killed up to 90% of infected patients. But if Ebola is so deadly, why didn't it become another COVID-19? Because COVID spreads through the air extremely easily. Just breathing near an infected person could spread COVID. Ebola works differently. It spreads mainly through direct contact with bodily fluids. That makes Ebola harder to spread, but far more terrifying to handle. Even doctors fear direct exposure. COVID infected hundreds of millions. Ebola infects far fewer people. But Ebola kills far more aggressively. COVID usually attacks the lungs. Ebola attacks the entire body. Liver failure, kidney failure, internal bleeding, shock. Victims can deteriorate within days. Over the decades, Ebola outbreaks continued returning. The most devastating outbreak happened in 2014. West Africa experienced a humanitarian disaster. More than 11,000 people died. Entire communities collapsed under fear. Families were separated. Children lost parents. After years of research, vaccines were finally developed. And for the first time, humanity gained a weapon against the virus. But viruses evolve constantly. And new outbreaks continue appearing even today. Whenever Ebola returns, the world immediately reacts. Because the fear of global spread never disappears completely. Scientists closely monitor every new mutation. COVID spread faster. Ebola kills faster. One virus changed the world through scale. The other changes lives through terror. And that terror is enough to shut down entire regions. Healthcare workers risk their lives every time they treat a patient. Because even now, Ebola remains one of the deadliest viruses known to humanity. And outbreaks remind us of something dangerous. Human civilization may look powerful, but nature still hides invisible threats capable of terrifying the entire planet. And humanity's survival depends on science, preparation, and global cooperation. Because the next outbreak is never truly impossible, only unpredictable. Every outbreak begins quietly. A fever, one patient, one unexplained death. And suddenly, the world starts paying attention. Because Ebola doesn't need millions of infections to create global fear. Modern travel allows diseases to move faster than ever before. One infected traveler can carry a virus across continents within hours. That's why Ebola is treated with extreme caution. Even inside laboratories, strict containment is mandatory. Because once the immune system begins failing, the human body can collapse rapidly. And treatment becomes a desperate race against time. For healthcare workers, every patient becomes emotionally devastating. Because outbreaks are not just statistics. Every number represents a real human life. But despite its terrifying reputation, Ebola can be survived. And modern medicine has improved survival rates dramatically. Vaccines, rapid response teams, and global cooperation now save thousands of lives. Humanity is more prepared today than ever before. Yet the danger still exists. Because viruses continue evolving silently in nature. Hidden in forests, caves, and animal hosts. Waiting for the right conditions to emerge again. COVID showed humanity how vulnerable civilization truly is. One virus spread through speed. The other spreads fear through brutality. But both remind humanity of the same terrifying truth. No matter how advanced civilization becomes, nature will always remain more powerful than us.